Safety is a prime concern in this league, and the referees are instructed to make calls such that the risk of injury is reduced. One of the rules we have is that any penalty in the rule book can be a 2-minute penalty, a 4-minute penalty, or a 5-minute penalty. If you get a major penalty, which is 5 minutes, you will be out of the game, and you will also receive at least a 1-game suspension. The 4-minute penalty is a discretionary call the referee can make. Basically, this call will be made for something that is more severe than just a regular penalty that we might expect, but not so severe that the player needs to be suspended. We have another rule which deals with the penalty box door. When you're in the penalty box and you come out, you must shut the penalty box door. And this is again a safety rule. If you don't shut the penalty box door, the referee will blow the whistle when your team gets the puck or when the players are around the open door, and you'll be sent back in the box for 2 minutes. However, your team will not be shorthanded for those 2 minutes. In this league, we try to differentiate and only give the one player a penalty. We do not like giving both players a penalty in that situation. We pick the player who's the most at fault and give him the penalty. Another rule we have in our league, usually occurring after a whistle, but not always, it's called punch to the head. If you feel you need to punch another player in the head, you're going home. You're going to get a 5-minute penalty and a game misconduct, and you'll be sitting out next week as well. If the game is getting late, or even after the buzzer is gone, and you feel that you need to do something to another player, make a hit on him, slash him, do something, feeling that you're not going to be penalized because there's only 20 seconds to go in the game or the game is already over, we also have a penalty specific for that rule. It's just a game misconduct, and again, you will be sitting out next week. Body contact penalties. In this league, body contact is not allowed. So what is body contact? What's acceptable and what's not? If I'm skating down the boards, or if you're skating down the boards, and I'm a defender, you're coming my way, what am I allowed to do to this guy? If I take him and just put him into the boards like that, with my stick or my body, I'm going to get a penalty. But what can I do? Say he's coming down the boards. If I get in front of him like this, and the key is that I have to be moving in his direction at a speed which might slow him down a little bit, but not completely stop him. That is acceptable. If he's going by me, and he's by me, and I reach out, and I push him into the boards, I will get a penalty for body contact. There's a common misconception about an attacking player hitting a defending player. If I have the puck, and I'm skating towards this player, and I decide to run him over, I'm getting a penalty. It doesn't matter the fact that I have the puck. I have knocked that player down, potentially injured him, and that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to skate around him. What can you do and what can't you do? Well, for sure, what you can't do is cross-check the player. I cannot put my stick in here and start turning him around. And obviously, I can't do the other typical penalties like slashing and things like that. I can get in front of him. I can't grab his stick, but I can get in front of him and just kind of bother him and be in his way. And that's about the extent of what I can do in front of the net. There are some new rules that are being applied a little differently over the last couple of years, and you see that in the NHL, your minor hockey program. You're seeing some of it in this league too. And I'll try to demonstrate what some of these rules are. How do you check a player legally when he's going with the puck? Now this player is going down the ice. I can come and skate up to him and check his stick right there like that. I'm allowed to do that. What I can't do is I can't chop his stick. Once I start chopping up his stick here, I'm getting to a zone where the referee is going to call slashing. Slashing is a combination of force and location. Down here, a little bit of force, way down by the puck, not going to get a slashing penalty. Up here, moderate force, probably not a slashing penalty. Once I'm near the hands, and I do not have to hit the hands, you are going to get a slashing penalty. For minimal force, you're going to get a minor. For anything more than that, you're probably going home. And that's slashing. With slashing, I do not even have to hit this player to get a slashing penalty. Depending how hard I swing, I may get a penalty just for that action there. It's an intimidation tactic, potential injury if you do hit him, and you could get a penalty for that. Now the other penalty, which is similar to slashing, is hooking in terms of the way I just described. If I'm hooking down here, that's okay. Once I get up here, it's probably still okay as long as it's not too aggressive. If I bring the stick up parallel to the ice and I impede this person in any way with a hook on the stick, on the arms, I am going to get a hooking penalty. And that is the new rule. In past years, there was a lot of gray area. Not anymore. If the stick is up in this area and you hook, you're going to get a penalty. That I brought my stick up into the shoulder area of my opponent. And typically I'd make contact with them. However, I do not have to make contact with them. I just could have the stick in that area. And what you see a lot of the players do, who've played it for a number of years, is they get the stick and they bring it up and they're doing one of these. And they may not hit the guy directly with their stick, or they may. You're going to get a penalty for that. If you injure this player, if I cut him, I'm going to get a major penalty. I'm going home. I'm not going to be playing next week. Checking from behind is a very dangerous play, and we call it very strictly so the players are not injured. What checking from behind is a player like this is facing the boards directly. This play could be out in the middle of the ice, but typically you see it on the boards. And I come up and I check the player with my body or my stick so that he goes face first into the boards. This penalty, if it's called in our league, will be at least a major penalty. If the referee thinks that I just bumped him a little bit, he may give me a minor penalty for body checking. But once he determines that it's checked from behind, it's going to be a major penalty. In the attacking zone, if I'm an attacking player and I am in the crease while my team scores a goal, that goal will be disallowed. Now the NHL, they've got a rule which I haven't quite figured out yet, but they don't call it the same way there. But if I'm in the crease and then the puck goes in the net, that's going to be no goal. I need to step out of the crease, and then if we shoot it in, it's okay. If you shoot the puck at the goalie or at the boards possibly with enough force, after the whistle, the referee will give you a penalty. If the goalie has the puck and you poke at him, you will get a penalty. If the referee has not blown the whistle yet, that does not give you the right to poke at the goalie. If the puck is covered, you just have to leave him alone. If you do get a penalty, you need to go directly to the penalty box. Do not discuss the call with the referee. He will not change his mind. Just go right to the box and save yourself further penalties.